Hey everybody, Eric for President here. It has been a great month of some fun VR news, and we have 5 stories to go over today in rapid fire in 7 minutes or less. 2 stories are on the happier side, one's a little interesting timing, and 2 unfortunately are sadder news. Let me know down in the comments your favorite stories and leave a like to support the video. I'm Eric for President, let's get started. Do you remember Twisted Metal? I sure do, and it was one and still is one of my favorite series because it was just simple, fun, and action-packed playing with friends ever since 2012. Well, a new game coming to the Oculus Quest and Rift platforms remind me a lot of it.
Welcome to the show, my little pistons.
Deathlap is a VR combat racing game blending destruction and horsepower. Now you can win by going faster than your opponent using stunts and horsepower, or you can have the more fun option that I enjoy, and that's straight up destroying them with a supply of deadly weapons. Many unique tracks, both single player and multiplayer options will all be present in this game. Now from the trailers I've seen, I will say this. Graphically, it looks very nice and will be interesting to see comparisons between the Rift S and Quest versions. In addition, I really liked the immersion I saw, like driving with one hand while shooting a gun out the window with the other. It's a small but huge detail for VR immersion. Lastly, I have preached it many times, but to have single player and multiplayer combined on the Quest, it is a must for replayability, and if this game does well, it could be a possible system seller for the Quest. Let me know what you think of it in the comments.
Good.
Although news came out late last week, you've been asking, so here is your update. Minecraft VR, due to your votes and voice on the Minecraft Hub, now has the added under review tag added by Microsoft, which was also tagged with the following statement. While we have decided against a Java client for these platforms, we are still monitoring interest in the Bedrock version for these platforms. We know Oculus CTO John Carmack is heavily invested in the possibility of Minecraft to the Quest, and surprisingly he has had this tweet on September 16th about Minecraft and the ability to hold hands. Something minimal, but it is a small thing that can only have the desired effect in VR and builds immersion. I like seeing Minecraft under review, I like John Carmack's interest in it, and I like it to be on the Quest. Will it happen though? I think that depends on the priority of Minecraft projects. I'm not sure if it will, but I do hope so. Yes for Minecraft in the comments. In interesting news, before 2 sadder VR stories, yesterday, September 17th, at the time of this video's release, HTC CEO Cher Wang steps down as the Vive Cosmos headset is set to launch worldwide the first week of next month. What does this mean? Well, honestly, that's up in the air. The timing is interesting with the Cosmos approaching, and this could be a shift in how they conduct their VR business. Will it be more consumer focused rather than enterprise now? No way to tell, but this is a great news or HTC's last VR hurrah. I look forward to hearing your thoughts down in the comments. Now for the news items I am sad to report, but you are probably most interested in hearing. Nostos is a game I have made videos on just for the game alone, with the highest of hopes and thinking since crossplay with PC, it could do a lot to bring new users over. Well, there is a huge problem because what seemed to be a VR RPG now seems to be a PC RPG with a VR port in mind secondary, and done poorly at that. These are beta experiences and do not dictate the outcome when it is released, but as of now, I could not recommend Nostos to anyone, but let me explain. I couldn't tell if my frames were locked, but no matter the settings, it ran very, very choppy, and my system was not the reason for it. There were tons of bugs, which normally are to be expected, especially from a beta, but I'll elaborate more on that in a second. The combat is very poor, with basically the trope and poor VR image of it's basically swing your sword fast as you can and all over the place to win. You'll have no feedback if you hit your mark, and at times it just feels like swinging at a ghost, and trust me, many of your swings will just not register. But worst of all, every single aspect of this game, from menus to crafting to everything, was all click-based, perfect for a 2D desktop version, but VR mechanics were out the window. This is obviously a PC game that I am playing the beta of in VR. Going back to the bugs like I brought up earlier, when I switched and played it on the desktop version only, many of the problems all went away and it ran just fine. There were still very many problems there, but it was a night and day difference between the beta of the PC version and the VR version. I will leave my final judgments for release day and I will purchase the game for a full review, but this is obviously a PC game being marketed to VR players, and I can say please 1000% wait for reviews on this one. Sorry for the bad news, but we have one last story, a eulogy to the OGs of VR. It is with a sad heart that just like the CV1 Oculus Rift, the HTC Vive is also now officially discontinued. This is now the discontinuation of both the CV1 and the Vive, the original kind of OGs with the mainstream main headset devices. The Vive did me right. I had a lot of fun with this. It was a good product for me that I had no problems with, other than of course the wands and the screen door effect. But as a newcomer to VR, this is what I fell in love with VR. This is the headset that got me to where I am now. I'm very thankful for that. I'm gonna miss you, Vive. And it's just sad to see the first generation of VR headsets go away, but they are officially discontinued. A moment of silence for these. As always, if you enjoy the video, please hit that like button, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss an upload. Let me know down in the comments what really interested you in this video, and I will see you on the next one, VR Space Cowboys.
Bang.